What's going on, y'all? Big John, and welcome to It's All in the Game. So today I'm going to tell you all about my first day in the penitentiary, okay? So, like most people who go to prison, I had spent a little time in the county jail first, and when you're there, you talk to other folks that have been there, and they tell you, expect this or that or whatever. And, most folks would tell me, you're going to be all right, whatever, but I didn't know if they were just trying to, calm me down, because I think generally people probably freaking out a little bit on their, when they go in for the first time. So anyway, they picked me up in the county jail. It was a Thursday, rode me out like 6 in the morning, drove me about a couple hours, about a 2-hour drive, hour and 40-minute drive out of Jackson, Michigan. Now, at the time, it's closed at this point, but at the time, the quarantine in Michigan was in 7 Block in Jackson. And 7 Block it's not open anymore. They don't house prisoners there. But it's the biggest cell block in the United States. I'm not sure if it's the tallest or the longest exactly, but it's a big motherfucker, all right? And when they take you into the penitentiary, they take you through what was called the bubble at the time, okay? And so we're talking about a penitentiary that was probably built in the 20s or 30s, something like that. It is old as fuck and nasty as shit. And they walk you up in there. And first you walk up to this, everything's filthy and nasty. And the first thing you walk up to is this window that's like, you ever see one of them windows in an old ghetto store that's just got film on it and it's nasty as fuck? Well, that's what you walk up to. And there's a police in there and they say, what's your prison number? I didn't know my prison number. I hadn't been there yet. I know it by heart. More than my social security number at this point. They ask you, what's your prison number? I didn't know it. They kind of looked at me like, oh shit, who's this motherfucking fish, And so, I don't know, they do a little paperwork and they shuffle you off to the right and you go through this big wide ass door, about 4 foot wide. And they put you in this room. It basically looks like, you'd imagine like an old shower room or something, but there's no showers, but they have everybody in that bitch stripped down butt naked. You take all your jail clothes off, whatever. And everybody's sitting in that bitch butt naked, waiting to go. They take in like 2 or 3 dudes at a time, and they take you go through these little showers. There's about 2-3 little showers, and it's just like basically it's like a hallway that's got water running out of a couple shower heads. And they, you just run through that bitch, and you got to shower off in about, I don't know, like a minute or something like that. And then you step out, and they give you your prison blues. And they ain't giving a fuck about what size they're giving you. They're not dressing you out. They're just putting you in something while you get processed. And man, I'm 6'4". Man, I had these motherfucking, what do they call them? Pants that go up to your knees.
Clam diggers.
I had these motherfucking clam diggers they gave me. Bitches was damn near up to my knees. Gave me a shirt that could barely fit me. And gave me a pair of socks and a fucking set of shower shoes. I said, move on. Get you dressed out. Probably give you a pair of underwear, whatever. And you move on, and basically after that, I remember talking to a few different people. There was a real quick medical scan that lasts maybe 2 minutes. They ask you a few questions. Another person asks you a few questions. And that whole process from the time you walk into the bubble and you go up to that nasty-ass window and strip butt naked, go through the showers, get your clothes, ask all them questions. I don't think that whole process took 15 minutes, 20 minutes. And then, I ain't even got my duffel bag, none of my gear yet or anything, right? All I got is my stupid little bag that I carried in from the county jail with my couple little letters. And that's it. And I'm dressed there looking stupid with these flood pants on and shit. And you gotta take a right and you go up this hallway, man. And I will never forget the sounds I started hearing. You walk up this hallway and it's just like an incline, it's like a little ramp. I imagine this hallway in my mind. In my mind, I imagine this hallway being way longer than what it probably is. But you walk up this hallway and you get up there and take a right. And all you see, they call the bird cage. And it is a fucking cell block that seems to go on forever and fucking ever. 2 gigantic walls of cells on either side of you, facing one another, looking at each other. And all these people on either side of these cells looking down, looking at you, all right? And there might be maybe 30, 40 feet that separates the 2 sides, the east side and the west side. There might be 30 or 40 feet between them. And you're walking out there, and you're a new dude. Everybody gets up to see the new guys coming in. You might have a couple guys yelling fish or some stupid shit like that. But I just remember seeing that shit, and all you hear is, all this racket, loud as fuck. And it's just like you think of a prison. Yellow bars on either side of you, as far as the eye can see, from the fucking ground 5 floors up. I didn't really know what to think. I was just like kind of shell shocked, which I imagine most people are. I seen the showers, and they're just like you think of prison showers, which most prison showers I experienced after this were not like this. Most prison showers are single man stalls, but the prison showers in 7 Block in Jackson Quarantine was a big ass room with just shower heads sticking out. You got a whole bunch of butt naked men in that motherfucker showering together. So they give you a cell assignment. They put me all the way on the fucking 4th gallery, way on the fucking end. And they're gonna walk you up there, and the CO, he's gonna come in there with his key and open the door and open it for you. So the door slides, opens it up, and then they slide it shut. And they do it by hand. But then when they break the doors for chow, like a CO of the police is gonna be at the end of the gallery, and he hits like a button or I think he hits this big ass like bar or something like that, and it opens all the cells at once, and that sound is so loud, like this, all these iron doors, they'll crash and they'll stop at the same time, and everybody walks out the whole, 2nd gallery, west side, go for chow, and everybody goes, and they start, 6 minutes later, 8 minutes later, 3rd gallery, west side, go to chow, and they break 1 gallery at a time on each side, go through the whole cell block, and as you start, people start coming back, they'll let the whole block in, and everybody's just kind of meandering out there, and just concrete floor outside your cell, concrete floor inside your cell. The cells might be 5 feet wide, maybe like 7 feet deep, 8 feet deep, probably 8 feet deep, 7 feet tall, something like that. You just got a bunk. And I will say this, the Michigan prison system has way nicer mattresses than what any jail I've ever been in has. But, you get in that room, and you got a little wider bed than in jail, a thicker mattress, but it's so narrow, you only got, a couple feet between the side of your bed and the other wall. You got just a little chair like they have in, like, high schools, and there's a toilet in each one. But check it out, 7 Block is so old and nasty, it ain't got no fucking water pressure. So if you're sitting in your cell and you gotta take a shit, you gotta yell out to the next cell, flush, or taking a shit, or like something. And the next couple of dudes down, in each cell down, gotta flush their toilet at the same time as you. Otherwise, I'm gonna take a shit and my shit's gonna pop up in the next dude's toilet. So if they don't get like 2-3 cells in a row flushing to get the water pressure going, that bitch isn't gonna go. You gotta have like 2-3 cells flushing at a time, otherwise that motherfucker's gonna come up. So anyway, here I am myself for the first time. I think by the end of the day, I got some cigarettes. Used to be able to smoke in quarantine back then. And at the end of the day, they took all us new dudes down for like an orientation. And they sat us down in the base, and they had about 15, 20 folding chairs lined up for all the new dudes that had showed up. And they had a couple of old convicts come in there. And this is what the orientation was. They said, look, if you're going to shoot dope in the penitentiary, make sure you go talk to a porter and get some bleach. Don't ever share no syringe. You talk to somebody that goes the diabetic line. You get a syringe from him. A new one if you can. Just keep your own syringe. You get that bleach from the porter so you can always keep your syringe clean. If you're going to get tattoos in the penitentiary, make sure you get a guitar string that's your own. So you ain't using one that the tattoo guy used on a bunch of other people. If you want to get your rocks off, just get some porn and jack off. Don't go fucking these boys. Like, that was my orientation into Jackson prison, okay? I didn't end up doing time in Jackson. Jackson's a big-ass, old-ass prison, and I spent about a month there in quarantine before they rolled me out to a different facility. And about, maybe, I don't know, with less than a year, just a couple months after I went through it, they closed down 7 Block. And after having just sitting there empty for a few years, they opened that bitch up as a museum. And the bubble, where I went in through the bubble, had to get naked and take the showers and shit. It was like a fucking gift shop in there. Straight up, they got a gift shop in that bitch now. I went back and took my girl there one time. People thought I was fucking retarded for doing it, but I sure did it. I took my girl back there. So that's how I spent my first day in prison. And it was a wholly enlightening experience, let me tell you. I would not recommend it to any of y'all. That being said, if you gotta go, you will survive. You're gonna be alright. And if you'd like to see some more videos on how to survive, check out some of those other videos I got on the channel. Click that like button. Click that subscribe button so you don't miss any of them. Alright? Y'all take care of yourselves. Take care of your people. Keep your loved ones safe. Big John told you so. It's all in the game.